there is no Holy Christ to begin this podcast and indeed this episode of NAWA, because it is started with a really beautifully done vignette or video remembrance of Chris Thunder Anderson, who passed recently. And there are people just telling us how he was a mean, nasty character in the ring, but in reality, he was a lovely person, man of God. And there's a lovely story that there's a wrestler who tells us that on his first day in wrestling, he put his arm around him and said, "Let me tell you how this works." It's just beautifully done. Got Golden Gladiator on there. He's very honest, and George South as well. It's lovely. It's a really, really well put together, really good feel from NAWA, and a testament to the man. What's also testament to the man and wrestling is that this is an excellent episode. So we've got to be, well, the main event is a 3-on-3 6-man tag, and we have the new manager. I can't remember what he's called. That's how it stayed in my memory, folks. Maybe he needs to tell me who he is so I can remember it. With VSP, the champs, and he's found them a partner. And as he said, it's Mama Allen's favourite son. And they go through the Allens. Yeah, well, Stephen Allen. Yeah, no, Robert Allen. No. It's Justin, isn't it? Curtis says, that's great. It's Justin, isn't it? Justin Kindred Allen. And he will be fighting them with them in the main event. But first, we've got a superb match. When I tell you it's Dante Khalifa, there's no E in there, Steve. It's Dante versus Rob Killjoy. And Dante doesn't like the quacking to begin with. He wouldn't, would he? Get the quack out of here. And you know that with those two high flyers and quick wrestlers, it's going to be superb. And it is. We get a lot of comments about arm work, which you know is one of my favourite things. Thank you, Michael Elliott and Curtis Robertson. Arm work, yes. There's a hammerlock. That's arm work in some ways, but not exactly the arm work that I revere so much. And the reversals. Dante Khalifa uses the hair because he will do that sometimes. He isn't averse to doing that. I love the catapult to the buckles. That's old school, folks. That's like 1980s WWF. Love that. He misses a moonsault, though. Does hit an arm drag. And a nice bulldog. No, drop kick first, that's right. Because then he pulls out his bulldog, which is... No, don't get excited. I meant it's a wrestling move. There you go. And a headlock, which has worked. It always has to be. He then hits a... this is Killjoy, not Khalifa. It's Killjoy. He's the one who does this. They're both got a K in their name. So he's the one who gets the bulldog and all that. And a wonderful walking Falcon Arrow. That's fantastic. It's brilliant. We get they trade boots, and there's a moonsault. In fact, 2 moonsaults. I think that was from Dante, actually, for a long 2 count. And then a burning hammer from Khalifa. Rob Killjoy kicks out. Yeah, I love that. But that walking Falcon Arrow. Bloody hell. Yeah, nasty stun gun. Called rightly by Michael Elliott from Killjoy into a German suplex. And then a dive over the top. So smooth as silk. As silky as an ocelot's pocket. Yes, there you go. So Khalifa's then absolutely shocked the Death Valley Driver didn't get the pin. I'm fairly shocked as well, because I think it's about time to take Killjoy home. It's back and forth. Seesaw matchup, back and forth, as Gorilla would say. And then a Killjoy slingshot into a cutter, to a buckle bomb, into a Duck Valley Driver, and he doesn't get the pin. He should be more shocked by that, surely. By the way, someone's holding a sign which says, "The ref owes Granny hush money." I think it's John Harkey, so he might do. I don't know. I don't know, John. I'm only joking. But that's what people are always ragging on him, aren't they? Anyway, Khalifa gets the pin with the ropes. Well, not the pin, a pin attempt with the ropes. But there's a kick out. I thought he got it, I thought, this is the way it's going to end. So Killjoy nasty neck across the... He puts the neck across the knee. The back of the neck across the knee. Blimey. And that is the end of your match. What a match to kick off. And even better, Guy tonight is back tonight. And he's got George South with him. Arm work. And he will fight Pony Johnson. And again, George trained him. It's great. Not a lot of people know this, but I trained Pony Johnson. Blimey, you've trained everybody, George South. And great. Just great. I mean, it'll be a big man versus small man. But Pony Johnson flies around that ring, so it's going to be interesting. But George will try and slow it down, won't he? Arm work. Anyway, your main event is that you've got the Fuzzy Bass Wranglers, because he's coming back. He's coming back after a while away. Fuzzy Bass. I've never seen him before. Used to fight with NAWA, and the crowd love him. And they're facing VSP, and of course, Justin Kindred Allen. It's Justin, isn't it? Yeah. So, Bass does the kind of grabbing the merch and rubbing it between his legs. As Michael Elliott tells us, there's no finesse here. He's cleaning out his crack, wiping his bum. No finesse at all. With Kindred Allen's very nice ring jacket, actually. It's not merch. It's a ring jacket. Now, some more arm work. You've got Tucker Rhodes dealing with Mike Mann and the Man Monolith. And then a Mike Mann low blow. Sellers gets a chin lock, which is worked nicely. Crowd, as I say, love that returning Fuzzy who wants Kindred Allen in there. It's a hip toss. There is the chop shop. And a kid chops Justin as well. I love that spot. Extraordinary. Safe, good spot. Big Curtis backdrop though. Very nice, which Michael Elliott really enjoys. I think we get a holy Christ on that one. Then there's an arm bar from, who was that from? I can't remember who that was from. But anyway, the arm bar is worked. Oh, Sellers. The arm bar was worked. There's a back rake though. Love that. Another 1980s WWF thing. And that's from Mann. VSP backbreaker into an elbow combo is lovely. And Mann chokes him with the shin. What? He wouldn't choke him with the chin. You'd see it. No, he chokes him with the shin. What's going on, ref? I'm just got my leg out. That's great. I've just got some knotted cars. I'm trying to get them out. So Kindred Allen then gets a cover, but John Harkey is a bit late down to him, and there's a kick out. He then walks straight into a Seller's spear, and Rhodes gets the world's strongest slam, but Mann actually gets him up for an F5. That's incredible. He's celebrating too much, I believe, because he walks straight into a Seller's uranagi, and then Allen hits a butterfly suplex, and they are all in. But Fuzzy takes them all on. He takes all three down, hits a missile drop kick, or a missile drop kick if you're across the pond, folks, which looked a little bit off target, but then he's not been around for a while, has he? And he got the pin on that, on Justin Kindred Allen, of course. He got it on him for the pin. Crowd loved it. So did I. Two great matches. Really good celebration of Thunder Anderson and NAWA. Loving this work. Holy Christ. Well done. Ta-ta.